Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Yeah.
What the
Welcome back, spa owners. It is that time of year again. Kirsten's got the music playing. And we want to talk about the clock is ticking. If you haven't started your holiday marketing, then this is your sign to start. Because oftentimes we find that, and you've probably experienced this yourself, it's that January slump. So we want to talk today about your November marketing and 3 holiday marketing ideas so that you can have a busy January. So we talk about the January blues in the spa industry, and it's a real thing, right?
Oh, so yeah, it is rough.
Yes. And what it can look like for spa owners and team members come the new year, and clients is, so first of all, for our clients, we're noticing, and you've likely noticed too, that your bookings are inconsistent. Our consumers they've spent all throughout the winter, all throughout the season. They've got fatigue and they're either, shopped out, tired, spending time with family, or on vacation. So, your bookings can be very inconsistent in the new year. You've ramped up throughout the holidays and then nothing. For your team members, your service providers are likely exhausted from the holiday rush and the holidays.
God, do you remember those days, Delia?
Oh, I sure do. I remember high-fiving in the hallway, working 12-hour shifts and just go, 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 go. And it was great. I was completely exhausted. And then January would come and everybody's standing there going, oh, how are we going to get more bookings? And, we're unmotivated and cranky because it's slow. But at the same time, we're all panicking for more money.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of in, everybody's in this little paradox where they're absolutely exhausted from December rush. There's not usually enough time and rest between closing the doors on the 24th. I mean, I used to lock the door on the 24th and just feel this physical, like, oh, thank God. Yeah. But especially if you're open in between Christmas and New Year's, like nobody has time to recover from that. So they're exhausted, but then they are also the consumers. So their bank accounts are low and they're needing, more cash flow. So yeah, the January is this kind of paradox where in the spa where everybody's exhausted, but we're all like, we need more bookings because we see all these big gaps in our days.
Right. And then, so your team members are feeling that, and spa owners, you guys are stressed out. I've been there. I know what it's like. You're stressed out because you're exhausted. You're sitting there looking at your books and you're wondering, like, how am I going to reach my sales goals this month? How am I going to, every January is that scary slow. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my team? Right? It's a constant, sometimes before I got my SHIT together, it was a constant, like I'd be up in the middle of the night just with that
sick
feeling like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So, I knew that I couldn't survive maintaining, the January scary slow. So, but before we don't want to scare you too much, because we are here as always with, some of our tactics. And my dog is here too, as always, Stella.
Let's talk about some of the good stuff about December, because it can also, as a spa owner, kind of mess us up strategically in some ways, because December is typically such a great revenue month that, it feels good.
Yeah.
It's fully booked. You've had sales like ringing through. So there's been gift buying, whether, like products, that kind of thing, retail bundles, service gift certificates. So there's a lot of money coming in, particularly with those spa gift certificates. That's a little bit of that's actually a really big financial blind spot, because it absolutely gives spa owners a false sense of security. And that money, just like heads up, if you're new to the spa industry, your gift certificate money is actually considered a liability until it's redeemed. So what that means in normal speak is that it's not your money yet. don't spend your gift certificate money until that gift certificate has been redeemed. Then it's your money. Okay. So many spa owners have gotten themselves in a huge pickle by thinking they've got all this cash flow with their gift certificate money in the bank account. It's not really theirs to spend, and then they spend it. And then the gift certificates get redeemed throughout the, the next 6 months in the year. And you're like, ugh. So
I
just
used to, I used to work for somebody who would do that. She would, would sell
Yeah.
tons of gift cards throughout the holiday season. And then come January, she spent all that money, and we're still getting paid, but the money's gone. She's cash strapped. And then what she ended up doing was limiting how many people could come in for spa day or whatnot, to try and manage that financial
burden.
restrictions. Right, exactly.
And that is not good business practice when it comes to spas. Like, you don't restrict your gift certificates. Somebody has paid cash, money for that service. There should not be any restrictions around it. So if you got yourself into a pickle last year with your gift cards, this is your call to action to get a different bank account. Call it gift certificates, move over the gift certificate money there so you're not tempted to spend it, and then move back into your income account once gift cards have been redeemed. So that's our little rant about gift certificates in December, because it can really put you in a huge financial jam, big time. So, back to the good stuff about December. There's lots of money coming in. That feels really great. But we also know, for those of us that have been in the industry for a long time, that seasonality in January comes every year. And, I know a lot of you spa owners have been noticing it's been a bit of a struggle this summer and fall. It wasn't like last year. And I don't like to use the R word at all, because I think we can do a lot to manage our own businesses and when things look like they're down.
What's the R word?
What's that? Recession.
Okay. I had a couple words come to my mind, but yeah.
So, I don't like to, I know it's a thing, but I don't like to mentally buy into it, because it can get some stinking thinking going on. And, you have actions you can take, which is why we're here. So let's talk about that. So
yeah.
December's awesome. All right, then what happens in January?
Well, then what happens in January? So it's like crickets, everybody is tired, shopped out, and it's the scary stuff that starts coming afterwards. So we've got the post-holiday fatigue, we've got financial constraints, and we know that can be a scary and lonely place, as we said, for spa owners, and how I mentioned, like up at night, stressed out, and we get it. And so, but